25 years, exciting weekend for the club. Yeah, about the game to celebrate that milestone. How good?
Yeah, it is exciting. Obviously, 25 years. I've been here for a fair chunk of it, but not all of it. So, for me, it's the big thing is to get everyone that's been involved in the club to get a chance to get back for the weekend. And obviously, it's not easy to get a lot of people back because not too many, like players especially, sort of stay in Victoria. They most of them go back to where they come from. And but I think they've got a really good roll up of ex-players, the mob. So Melbourne old boys, and obviously some staff, coaches, and I imagine John Rebo will be there. He was the founder of the club. So yeah, it's all really exciting. And but with all due respect, us on the footy staff now and the players, we just need to make sure we concentrate on doing our jobs tomorrow night, and then we can celebrate on Saturday, hopefully.
Like you said, you've been involved in all but 5 of those years. There must be a sense of pride for you seeing how, I guess, the club as a whole has developed through that, and a key part you played in it.
Oh, again, I'm not quite sure the key part or how big a part, but it was there was a lot of great foundations put in by the time I got here. So I think John Rebo, Chris Anderson, Mick Moore, Greg Bretnell, all those guys, could take they should be taking most credit, for how this club was started, and from what we've been able to do in the 25 years. So I think those guys that actually come down here and start the club, deserve most of the accolades.
Will you use the occasion? I mean, obviously focusing on the game, but will you use it to try and send a message around the 25 years?
I think I haven't really spoken about it too much. They're all very aware of it, obviously, and like I say, you'd hope that they they'll take a lot of pride in what they do tomorrow night, and hopefully they will do that. But like I say, it's a thing that we have to just make sure we don't get overexcited about it. We've got to make sure we do our jobs tomorrow night, and then hopefully we can celebrate that 25 years on Saturday.
The comments after last weekend obviously were really strong, questioning the care of some of the players out there. Have you sent any messages around that over the recent days, or did you just completely
No, we certainly done our review and had a look at that from there, and there was just I don't know whether it was lack of care, a little bit of complacency when we got off to that great start. I'd hate to think it was that, but like I say, there was some bad signs there, to be quite honest, and we pride ourselves on being consistent each week. We don't have to win every week. We don't, we know you're not going to be 100% every week, but we need to put the effort in every week, and we were a fair way away from that last week.
How do you try and do that, like the care and the effort, as a coach, and then making sure it's their responsibility as well? Like, how do you find that sort of balance between coaching and just leaving it up to them to do the right thing?
Oh well, it's just try and point out what I think, and then players can have a discussion around that, and then it's up to them really. Like at the end of the day, if they're aware of it, and sometimes they won't agree with what my opinion is, and that's fair enough, and we'll talk about that as well. But as I said, when the Knights put the pressure on us last week, not all of us took a couple of steps forward. A couple of us took a couple of steps back, and that's not what we're about as a footy team or a footy club.
How much onus do you put on the leaders in those situations to, I guess, rally the team together to try to fight through those games?
Yeah, again, that's there's obviously a certain responsibility there, but at the end of the day, they're there to do their job the best they can, and that's number one thing for me. And then if they get that done, then they can worry about some of the other things.
You see Pat's out there, he's getting pretty close, hit the 12-month mark.
Yeah, I don't know about the 12-month mark, but he's getting close to playing again, I think. His last couple of weeks, with all due respect, before that, I wasn't overly confident of him even playing again this year, to be quite honest. But he's come a long way in the last 2 or 3 weeks, so hopefully it won't be too long before he puts the boots back on.
Is there a timeline at all on that?
Not that I know of, but I think I would have sort of been aware of that. But again, it's a little bit on how he goes, how he feels. Not only how he feels with the knee, but how he feels, going out there again after such a long time off and being confident, with the contact part of the game. That'll probably be the last thing that gets ticked off.
A few outs through injuries and suspensions.
Yeah.
You're confident those next boys can come in and fill those roles?
Yeah, well, they get an opportunity, with those, 2 or 3 guys coming in. As I said, it's their chance to, really grab that opportunity, and they're not in their filling the space. I can tell them that. They're certainly not in there, waiting for someone else to, come good or, come back from injury. They get in there and they make the most of it and do their job properly. Well, there's a real good chance they'll be in there for the rest of the year.
What are you expecting from the Eels? They're sort of trying to push finals.
Yeah. Oh, again, I wouldn't say they're in quite a similar spot to us, but they've obviously got a couple of suspensions and a couple of injuries too. I think, especially the suspension. So that's probably hurting them a little bit. But I can't remember a time when we've played Parramatta that it hasn't been a real contest. So we're expecting exactly that tomorrow night.